What is up, everyone? My name is Mr. J, and today I am bringing you another deck profile. My good friend George is a longtime Nekroz player, and today he will be showcasing his Nekroz deck for us. So, I won't lie, he's beat me a few times with his deck. Very powerful in the hands of a good pilot. With no further ado, George, go ahead and take it away.
All right. So I guess I can start this off with the basics and that everyone knows, and that is starting off with the 3 Nekroz of Brionic. Obviously, this is your main searcher. You discard it. You grab any Nekroz monster that you need.
Okay.
This is gonna be not always your opener because you want to bait out any kind of other any type of hand traps with other cards like pre-preparation of rights or things like that. It always depends on your hand, and it's always about knowing your deck.
Okay.
Next, we have Nekroz of Colossalus. Colossalus is your searcher for ritual spells and traps, but we do not have traps yet. We're hoping with the new support coming out, we will finally get our first Nekroz trap card.
Oh, okay, cool.
Next up, we have our good old Unicorn. Unicorn is easily summonable using one of the ritual spells that I'll be talking about later. He's obviously our floodgate of the deck. He enables us to lock our opponent out of extra deck effects. That's a big no-no for a lot of opponents that can't actually out him. And in order for us to do that, we use a lot of monsters that are going to help, like Glass Castle this, such as Nekroz of Trishula, who can negate anything that targets. So if they try to target your Unicorn, you end up negating it with him. We run 2, so that way his other effect can come into play, such as being able to banish banish 3 cards.
Nice.
Okay, so you run 2 of these because if you summon out the first one and let's just say they try to imperm you, you play the second one to stop that.
Okay.
You run your 1 Nekroz of Valkyris to stop the battle phase because a lot of the time they will try to out your Nekroz of Unicorn and able to basically go directly for points, but you'll have Valkyris there to protect you. I like to run Gungnir. It's come in clutch a lot of the times when my opponent likes to try to destroy my Unicorn. I'll pitch Gungnir, and Gungnir's effect is actually really good because it stops them from being able to destroy your Unicorn for that churn by card effect and by battle.
And this is your mat, right?
And this is my beautiful mat.
Oh yeah.
Showcasing our beautiful lady here, Gungnir. I run 1 Shuret. Shuret's your easy ritual summon for all your big boys, Gungnir, Trishula, and Valkyris. He enables you to search out another Nekroz ritual monster whenever he's used for the entire ritual summon. Next up, we have our 3 Manjus. Very staple normal summon for ritual decks. Enables you to search out a ritual monster or a ritual spell card.
And that one's gone up in price, right? That's like $7 now.
I don't know the current value actually,
right.
But be nice to know. Now we start using some support and a lot of I guess you can say text that we want to be able to use in any ritual deck, such as Cyber Angel Benten, who's very popular right now. And with him, we use to search our Vanity's Ruler, which locks our opponent out of special summoning.
Wait. So you were doing Drytron stuff before Drytron was a thing?
Of course.
Okay.
This is a main go-to outside of Unicorn. All right, so Vanity's Ruler obviously locks out our opponent out of special summoning. This is a big blockade for a lot of decks nowadays that always love special summoning, like, you know, I don't know, Cyber Dragons, Thunder Dragons. Got a lot of decks. Our next, I guess you could say, package is going to be the Incantation Package.
Okay.
This package we run 2 Bookstone, 2 Talismandra, 2 Pencil Plume, and 2 Candle. The reason we run 2 of each is because we want to be able to search out the main ones that give us the resources that we need, whether that be the beginning of the game or the end of the game. The beginning of the game, we want to be able to summon out Candle and Talismandra, while at the end of the game, we want to be able to summon out Pencil Plume and Bookstone. A lot of people don't like to run Bookstone because they think he's a dead card, but rather than use Nekroz's natural ability to banish their ritual card to search out for another ritual card, why not use Bookstone's ability to get that card back instead of losing a resource? And I think that it's a really good opener because we run so many ways to get to a ritual card. So even if he's in your opening hand, the chances of you opening with a ritual card for him are very high. And you rather see him than you rather see a Candle, because both of these need a ritual spell to be able to pop off from your hand.
Yeah. Unfortunately, knowledge is everything, and usually when he summons these things, I have no idea what they do.
Because they have so many good effects.
Yeah.
And then to round off the Incantation Package, we run only one Talismandra. Or Talismandra? Yeah, Talismandra. Or Chalice Slime, sorry, Chalice Slime. I forgot the name. And Incantation Inception. What's really neat about this interaction is if you use Talismandra's effect to send Incantation Inception to the grave, you can then summon a monster from the deck, and then you use Inception to send that monster to the grave to summon another one from the deck, and you add Inception back. This is really good to recur resources because you can continue every turn once. You can try to send. You can use Chalice Slime's effect to send Incantation Inception to the grave and then recycle it back with its own effect. This was basically before the new Drytron ritual spell that also recycles itself.
Okay, so let me get the gist of it, right? You already said that it recurs resources, so the whole incantation engine is just to generate resources, right? Generate card advantage?
This is basically to generate massive card advantage.
Okay.
The disadvantage is that you will not be able to go into your extra deck. But we are an anti-ritual or anti-extra deck, so it doesn't matter for us. If you ever want to build an extra deck variant, there are possibilities.
Okay.
Next up, we run one Reinforcement of the Army. This enables us to search for Shurit and enables us to search for Colossalus. So Shurit for the ability to ritual summon using just itself, and Colossalus the ability to search another ritual spell card. Another Nekroz ritual spell card.
Okay.
This enables you to be able to guarantee you get a ritual spell card right here. Next up, we got our one Call by the Grave. This is basically a god card. It was limited for a very good reason. It not only does a generic banish of your opponent's graveyard monster, but then it negates that monster's effect for 2 turns.
Yeah. And if you guys seen my last deck profile, you already know I say the same thing. Called by the Grave. Truly, when you draw it, you feel so safe. It's really good.
Definitely. We only run 2 Pot of Extravagances. We like to ensure that we still keep the main resources in our extra deck that we need for one of the most important Nekroz ritual cards, which is coming up.
Okay.
We then run 3 Pre-Preparation of Rites, because why not? Why would you not want to run an extra 3 Brionic in your Nekroz deck? Or a search for your Ben 10, because this lets you search for a level 6 or level 7 or lower ritual monster.
I have PTSD for playing against Drytron, but yeah, that's good.
And it also lets you reoccur a ritual spell in the grave back to your hand. It has 2 pluses. It's
massive advantage. Yeah.
Massive advantage here. Next, we run 2 of each ritual spell. These should be self-explanatory. This one, you want to run 2 because each of them have the effect to banish themselves and another ritual and another Nekroz monster in order to be able to search another ritual spell from your deck to your hand. So by running 2 of each, you're guaranteeing yourself the ability to search for itself or the other ones. So this one enables you to banish from your hand, field, or graveyard, or banish from the graveyard to be able to ritual summon a monster from your hand. This one enables you to banish one extra deck monster in order to pay for the full cost of summoning ritual monsters. That could be 1, 2, or even 3 ritual monsters depending on the star that you send to the grave. And it has to be a level monster, so it cannot be rank or link monsters.
Okay.
And then Nekroz or Cycle enables you to ritual summon back from the graveyard. So that should be, and then that you can use with monsters from the field or hand. You're mainly ever ritual summoning back either a Trishula or a Brionic with Cycle. Trishula, obviously, just to get more advantage on getting rid of your opponent's resources.
And I could be wrong, but did I see 2 of each of these?
Yes,
Alright,
I did mention that earlier.
Bruh.
That we wanna run 2 of each in order to be able to banish one and still have the other in the deck to be able to use the same ability.
Okay, great.
And then thanks to the incantations, we'll be able to recycle these back to our hand thanks to Bookstone. If we get down to those like critical moments where we need those ritual spells still.
Yeah. So I know before the deck profile you were talking about how people would talk shit with the incantations, but from what I've seen when I play against you, you usually don't brick with this deck, right? Because you have it so consistent.
Yes, this deck has a lot of consistency, which is one of the main things that I love about it. Since I run the incantation engine, I don't ever feel like I have a loss of resources, and since I'm always constantly able to search for a ritual monster and a ritual spell, I'm always able to use my incantations regardless of which one I have in my hand. And I've definitely fought through 3 interruptions and or negates before. We want to run 3 heralds. I guess 3 heralds. Herald, whenever it's sent to the graveyard, aka through Kaleidoscope, enables us to search for any ritual monster or ritual spell. We want to run 3 because of Pot of Extravagance. We don't want to lose all our ability to send to the grave and get a resource back.
Yeah.
We run 3 Elder Entity Nis because we want to be able to continuously pop on our opponent's field monsters or even back row that tends to get in our way.
Dirty. Very dirty.
We run 1 Nekroz or 1 Ice Barrier Dragon or Brionic Dragon of the Ice Barrier for our level 6 target to summon Brionic. We run 1 Black Rose to be able to summon with Kaleidoscope a Colossalus and a Unicorn. We run 1 level 8 target, which is Starving Venom, in order to be able to summon 2 Unicorn. We run 1 level 9 to be able to summon Colossalus and Brionic. We run 1 level 10 to be able to summon Unicorn and Brionic. 1 level 11 to summon Valkyris and Colossalus. 1 level 12 to summon Valkyris and Unicorn. And then we also run another level 4 target for a Super Poly if we ever need to go into our side deck. And then top it all off, we run 1 Nepenthes of the Sacred Flame to if we ever have to run over something over 4,000, because based on the number of ritual monsters you use to summon him, he gains an extra 1,200. And then he also gains the effects to not be able to be targeted and not to be able to be destroyed by your opponent's card effects.
Yeah, so I actually played George in a tournament a few months ago, and he crushed me with this card because I was playing Dinos and there's no way I could get over it with my UCT. So I lost that match, and he went on to win that tournament, right? So it was pretty good.
I did.
This is your favorite deck, right? Like by far.
I definitely think this was my my favorite deck. I really do love rituals, ritual summoning as a mechanic. I do feel like it's an underappreciated mechanic, and I'm glad that it's getting a lot more support coming up in the future.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for this deck profile. Honestly, you have a lot of knowledge. Good Nekroz player. Thank you so much for showcasing your deck profile today.
Awesome.